detain! Is this not why you are
We're going to
here?
make crunchy nut tart and jam tarts. Crunchy nut tart, aka cornflake tart, like you would have had in school, because we're cool. Down with the kids, yes we are. So, this is how we do the baking. It's a how to cook cornflake tart, aka, no, crunchy nut tart and jam tarts. So we're going to need to make pastry. This is so easy to do. Right, so I've got weighing scales. I'm going to pour in some plain flour. We need quite a lot of this. Quite a lot indeed. So I've taken that up to 8 ounce. Yeah? Now we're going to add some butter. It's cheap butter, as you can see. I've cut slices off and then I've cut those slices in half, so they're like big cubes. Now we need just under half, so about 3.75 of this. So we need a little bit more than that, to be fair. If you're cooking me at home and you buy one of those little blocks of butter, so far I've used half of that if you haven't got any weighing scales, so double up in what you think would be the weight, just over half. But we need a lot of pastry. We're going to be doing enough jam tarts to kill a small horse, plus cornflake, well, crunchy nut tart. I've never made crunchy nut tart before, we've got no cornflakes, so I'm improvising. I needed to think of something else I could do to go with the jam tarts, and I wasn't doing quiche. But thank you for the inspiration, number one follower. Right, so I've got butter in there, I've got flour in there. Some recipes say now you need salt, and some of the recipes, what you see for this, only show you flour and butter. That is so wrong. If we're just doing plain pastry, so far we need this, and if it's just plain pastry, so like for your quiches, for your cookware, just do this, a bit of milk, yeah? If you're doing sweet pastry, at this point, add sugar. Yeah? As much as you want for as sweet as you want it. I'm just going to double check how much I want. Yeah, about that much. You want about 3 ounces of sugar as well. Right, so we need to knead this and mix it. I didn't have that spoon I didn't prepare earlier, so yeah, we need to melt this down. The kids are in bed. That's why it's a little bit quiet in here. And the sous chef keeps trying to turn around to watch TV, that's why the camera's jerking. God knows what she's doing with the other hand. Here we go. So what I'm doing is pressing all this down. I should really be trying to make breadcrumbs with my fingertips, but I wait till it's got a bit more stiffer in consistency, otherwise I end up with blood on my fingernails and greasy mitts for weeks. Like it's about to begin. So I'm going to add some more milk. Yeah, that was just the right amount. No, it's this. So, do that. Now we're going to get messy. So, roll your sleeves up. Kids, get an adult to supervise, because this is messy. You just get your hands in there. Oh, yes, like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I've been getting inspiration from, what is it, food porn? Something my partner was telling me about. She made it onto Mail Online, so hopefully with you watching my videos, sharing and subscribing, following me and liking me and all that kind of stuff, I might make it there one day. So if you can see the consistency of this now, it's chunks of butter and flour, and it's well sticky. Yeah. Oh yeah, so you just knead that in and just squeeze it through the food, just like keep clenching your fists with palms full of it. Yeah, it's mucky stuff, really is mucky stuff. But it means you're doing it right if it's mucky stuff. So just try and shake your hands up, just clean your hands up over your bowl, right, so you don't get it all over your floor, your feet, and then stamp it into your rugs, if you have rugs. Yeah. So if you've been following me, you may know I need a new kitchen. Watch this space. I'm sure one of my fans, like one of you avid fans, will want to buy me one kitchen one day. Or maybe Jamie Oliver. Or Gordon Ramsay. Preferably Heston Blue. Something, whatever he is. He's my favourite chef. He does some crazy stuff. I don't know if you've seen him. You might have seen him. He's pretty famous. He's got a really good restaurant actually. Been watching something on restaurants the other day, and what was it? And apparently it's really hard work to run a restaurant, because you're cooking so many meals. But when Heston does it, he does one meal, or one big meal, and it's for a handful of guests. And that's because that's the kind of quality he does. I think that's the kind of quality I do, even though it doesn't look like it. Some of this stuff, if you actually follow these recipes, is really good. And this is just some of my baking, really. I make all sorts. For tea tonight we have pulled pork. Yesterday I had made my own Dominator pizza. There was enough excess dough from that to make smaller 7-inch pizzas. So there's 5 7-inch pizzas ready for dinner tomorrow. For yesterday dinner we had homemade chicken nuggets. See, this is kind of the consistency you want. Yeah, you see that I've just been mixing that for ages, and we've got like to a ball. Yeah, which is pretty good. For all you chefs out there, what do you think? Eh? About right? Yes, it is. Right, so now we can get rid of the mixing bowl. What we're going to need to do now, the easiest way to do this, yeah, cut it in half. Look at that. Whoa. Yeah. If you can't see that, it looks like a Swiss roll. So now we need some more flour. So if we push everything out of the way, put some flour down. Doesn't matter how much, because we're doing a lot of baking tonight. So we're going to push that in there, make it a little bit floury. There we go, look. A bap. That's not going to be a bap. What we're going to do, I think what we're going to do is use this half for the pastry for the coconut tart.
Coconut.
I think crunchy nut, sorry. I didn't go through the ingredients for that. Basically the crunchy nut is honey, treacle and jam, and crunchy nut cornflakes. I haven't even got those out, so something else I haven't prepared earlier. I'm a bit lazy tonight, but it's ad hoc. Normally I do this in the daytime, so kids are in bed, so it's a bit later. And I've been busy today. Right, so clean my hands off a little bit. You probably didn't need to see that. If I were going to be bothered to edit this, you want to see that. Get the rolling pin out. I'm not cheating you, there's nothing I made earlier, see? You do it all at the same time as me. So if you were in the kitchen right now, you could have listened to everything I've done and have been doing it yourself. To be fair. Right, so I've got one big slab of pastry. I'm going to roll it over. Whoa. And do it the other way.
Hey, stop. What are you up to? Excuse me, drop the cuckoo crack and tell me why you're after a 10th later. What turned you on the fact that he shares my DNA or that you have full access to my bedroom? Okay.
You'll notice when you cook pastry, if you do it without putting any weight in the bottom, it shrinks. But what you've already done before you put it in to cook the bottom, you've trimmed off all the sides. So I'm going to show you a way around that without having to weigh it down.
No, you and your friends are the ones with the agenda, Aria. Okay, after I helped him as mom,
Because we are professional. Now I'm going to use these floury hands to get some out of the cupboard. So do apologise to the chef.
What happened? Why was I iced out after the charges were dropped? Why was the inner circle squeezing me out again? Right. Well, I'm tired of being young yet. And I'm not what they're doing right now. So suck it up,
Right, so out of the cupboard, not lined, not buttered. As you'll see in my other videos, we don't do stuff half measure in this house. So now I'm going to move this so it's inside. So there we go, it's inside. Some of the milk you had from earlier, finish that off. You don't need it anymore. Now you have to try and get this on here. The art of this is you roll it a little bit over. Not like that. That didn't really work. Let's see if that's still going to be big enough. Oh no, we've got holes in it and everything. That kind of didn't work, did it? Should we restart or do patch jobs? Patch jobs, got it. This is not working. This is not working. And we have a very floury tin. Right, so what we're going to do is start again. And this time it's going to work. Hopefully. Not sure if this happened the last time we did pastry. It works out better this way anyway because you end up with like flaky pastry. And I think flaky pastry is nicest. Especially when it's sweet. Just not going to make it as thin as I did last time. And rolling is really good exercise. You get to use both arms. So this practically is for dieters. And I'm going to trim this off. Patch it on where I think I might need it. And then all you do is cut, rub it in. So we don't want those shabby ends. So cut those off and roll them in. If you can see what's happening right now, look away. That didn't work. Maybe press it in first and then rub it. Yeah, there we go. It's a flaky mess. Right, now we need it to be wider. So just roll the middle bit. So now I'm going to press on the edge bits, the rough bits. So I've got it as long as I want it to be long. And I want it to be wide, so press that all that in. And roll that out.
Wow, it's just this Ellie's definitely gone. What? Oh no, he's kind of old school. His head sweat a lot, like a cheese.
Alright, let's see.
So now we're going to lay this in with the pastry. Is it going to come apart? Is it going to fall? Oh, it's done it again.
Or did you handpick the students yourself?
It's open to everyone. I did reach out to certain individuals.
Actually completely stuck to the table. I didn't think it had any liquid left in it. Oh man! Sorry about this, guys. You have to laugh. Can't believe how wrong I've got this.
Some news.
Too much flour.
Can you be more specific?
Not enough flour, it didn't even stick.
You were from.
You want a bit? Too much flour.
At least you agree.
I didn't say I agree, but I made an educated guess. So how can I help you?
I'm actually sweating now. It's quite intense with viewers watching. I'm making all these mistakes.
That is the devil.
Please don't comment saying how you could have done a better job.
If you didn't encourage them being better.
It's not what I want.
Just some unresolved issues. Look them up.
If I started, we would be here till Friday.
Well, let's start on Tuesday.
How embarrassing.
Sounds like you could really benefit from joining our group.
Oh no, you don't understand. This isn't about you.
Alright, it's a safe place. It's a place where you can explore your
I think I'm going to do my own video to this.
I'm just concerned. And this individual's history supports it.
Well, I discourage friendships. If two students bond, it's because they found common ground.
Right.
So I actually feel like I'm doing a better job this time anyway, so maybe needing a little bit more. Because it definitely doesn't look like a Swiss roll anymore. Right, here we go. Finished product.
Mr. Fritz. Mr. Fields, Emily didn't tell me you were back in town. And I asked my CEO for the personal time to know that I was going to laugh and enjoy the whole book.
Whee!
About a couple of months for Emily. Is it February school? I don't think so. I mean, senior year would be quite rough, you know.
Right, so we've got pastry in a dish. I am going to trim off the sides. Don't know if you cut these like pastry before in the shell, and you end up not having your contents up as high as the sides, and you end up with like an inch of pastry above, which just goes crispy and horrible. We don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. So we've got that in. Put my other lining in the bottom to keep the bottom down. I'm going to whack that in the oven. I'm going to heat that. Whilst that's heating, we're moving on to jam tarts. This is where it gets interesting because the sous chef normally lines the cases.
Not tonight.
And she's not done that. So I may have to do that bit myself. Hey ho. Right, so we've got the pastry. So I need to roll this out.
So one misconception is that a net force is required to keep a body in motion. In fact, it's needed to change whatever current state of motion the body is in. Shape that.
Making sure I've got plenty of flour on this time before I even start. Because I don't want this falling apart on me. At least you know when it falls apart, it's going to be nice. In my opinion. There we go. Definitely sweating. And that would be the foam. So what we're going to do is
Hello. Hiya. Might have to edit some.
So, we're back again. Round 2, take 2, me 2. In the meantime, whilst that's been going on, pastry's still in the oven. I've greased 2 tins with butter, which I left over. I'm now using a tuna tin as the cutter. You don't get cutters big enough, and jam tarts need to be impressive. Especially as they're not for diets. If you are dieting and you do want to try a diet recipe, go to a different YouTube host. I'm pretty sure this stuff is vegan though, so if you are vegetarian you could have this. To any vegan followers I may have. So what we need is 24 of these. Don't know how many I've got there enough. Can you quickly count them before I do this? Right, okay. So I find the easiest way to do this is try and peel off your excess. Then you know exactly what you've got and how much space you're working with in between. Because sometimes if you disturb the pastry in between them, you end up shuffling the whole pastry, wrecking them. I do hope these pull up better than this pastry's pulling up. This could go terribly wrong. Terribly, terribly wrong. Did that stop then?
Uh-huh. For a brief second. I don't know how, because I didn't press out.
Right, so in the intermission I have just in case I don't edit that last bit out, I've greased the trays, and this has been sat on the table for a while, and it may have made it a bit sticky, but we're going to find that out very shortly. So I'm picking off the middle bit so I've got more space to pull out the actual tart pastry, because everyone loves a tart. Right, so now I have to try and scoop these up. And then as soon as you scoop them up, drop them straight in. Oh, and they're coming up quite nicely.
Mr. Fitz, is that you?
What I find I have to do is I have to put them on unevenly before I press, so I can press them down. Rolling one end of the pastry up before I peel it, to make sure I've got it safe so I don't de-shape it. And I'm picking it up or getting holes in it, because there's no worse when you've got jam stuck to the bottom of the pastry thing. You just don't get the tart out at all. It's quite frustrating. Very frustrating. Then you just press them down inside, because you're going to have steaming jam in there. You sweetheart. Oh, some of them have turned out fantastic. Not having any much luck with these, to be fair. Not having much luck with these at all. Some of them are coming up alright. So it must be wherever I've had flour on the board, on the table before I've started. That's where they're okay. The ones that haven't had flour on, they're just turning into like buttery messes. Like you can see here. That one came straight up. Perfect. Still getting pastry in the oven and getting a little bit concerned about it at the moment. If you were cooking this, you probably would be too. But the jam tarts are the main point to this pastry making video. They were decided first. Definitely got enough pastry, so we're just going to have to remake the pastry now with those bits, as there were quite a lot of bits. We're not going without. This is probably the worst video I've actually done. I'd be surprised if this actually gets any likes, because even I'm getting quite frustrated with this now. Oh, I'm tired with it. I'm tired with it. Absolutely roasting.
I'm sorry. I should have been able to light my eye.
Right, so, tuna tin. It has to be Princess. In fact, that's probably the only thing about this meal that's not vegan, the fact you need a tuna tin to cook pastry. It's quite funny, I think.
Spaghetti or beans tins, improvise.
Not as good.
I don't know what you wanted to do.
These are coming out a lot easier. Do you see how then it flew out? Flew out. These are probably going to be the better tartlets.
Tell me what? What's going on?
Lindy, I didn't just come down and check up on you and your mom. But as the test done, I'm done all this.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you sick?
We don't have the results back yet. It's not hard.
And hopefully we've got enough to do a coverage.
Just stress.
Pop those down. Pop that down.
Why would you keep this from me?
Pop that down.
I ain't going anywhere.
Pop that down.
Andy,
If you get the message, we're popping everything down. We're actually cooking with gas here. Every tart works. That one doesn't work. That one didn't work. That one did. Right, if you overfill them you get jam everywhere. You don't want to burn your jam or your tart. So, what we can do is clear up this mess a little bit. Sous chef, would you like some dough?
Uh-huh.
So you feed the sous chef. Right, so we're going to start with some jam. These are quite deep, so you can use a spoonful of jam in each. If you use anything smaller than a tuna tin, you can't use as much jam. Because it just spits and turns into a nasty madam. Love jam.
Especially raspberry.
Where have you been?
So you're going to put a spoonful into each of these tarts.
You've been at dinner the whole time? I thought your appointment was at 4:30. Yeah, I know. And I stole those appointment pages from that September. I'm sure, Joyce. No, I don't have them. Look, when I woke up, I was in the dentist chair and the lights were off. And when we all heard it, still for like half an hour it was frozen. Wait a second, you can get eggs frozen? The eggs that are needle in your mouth? I don't know. All I know is that I feel like I've been chewing on stubborn here for the past hour. It's crazy. Do you think the same person who hunted down at school tonight spent the afternoon operating on Hannah? Oh my God. Who is this one?
They don't have to be heaped tablespoons. Just
All of you just...
tablespoons. You probably can't even see what I'm doing there because sous chef's watching Pretty Little Liars.
Do you see anything?
Camera's on you.
Giving her experience to be a pretty little liar.
Told you not to put my shows on when you're doing something.
Try not to use all the jam now because we need some for the tart. But I'm fair getting through it. This is what they call, this isn't even mass production. There's 3 kids in this house. Tristan, Jack and Kelly. Baby Amy's too small for them. Right, so jam tarts are done. Other than that anorexic jam tart there. Right, so we're going to take out the one we made earlier, literally, in the show. Right. Now, depending how rubbish the pastry we made, when I take this out there'll be holes in the pastry. Oh, and there's not. Jesus Christ, that's hot. Trust me, that's hot. Anyway.
Don't burn my table.
Carrying on. Let's just move that. Put it somewhere safe.
And the other one.
The other one's fine, Kells. It's fine. That's fine. What's hot? Put your full of jam tart tray in the oven. Until we get more money, we only have 1 shelf in the oven, so we have to cook twice as slow. So buy me appliances, kitchens, sponsor me, this kind of stuff. I need a quick break. Sorry, I've been busy. You see me being busy. Carry on. No, still carry on. Carry on. Have you carried on?
It's not stopped. More dough, please.
Okay. Intermission. Is it nice?
Bit floury.
Good. Right, so
Not good.
we have the tartlet. There we go. Can you see that? Not turned out too bad, I don't think. Right, so what we need to do now is shovel some jam on here. Or try and shovel jam on here. Some jam on the chair. Have we got any more jam?
No.
So don't shovel your jam on, just put a sparing amount on. You need enough to cover the base. Maybe I should have done the tart first before the jam tarts. But never mind. So you want enough jam to cover your base. Some lucky people will get a bite of cornflake tart that actually has some jam in it. Be like surprise, surprise crunchy nut cornflake tart. Yeah, it's even better now. The added surprises. We are actually rich enough to get more jam. We don't always fill the bottom of the jam balls. Right, so we've got jam in there. Lift up so you can see it. Yeah, like so. That jam is nice when it's warm. So we're then going to get out the crunchy nut and make some space on my table. So I can get a centre shot of this bad boy. Just try to tilt it a little bit there for you. Alright, so your crunchy nuts, get them out, pour them in, like this. You want about, I'd say about an inch's worth, just less than an inch's worth, just covering your jam. Then, you get the treacle out, Lyle's golden syrup, this is the best. Use your knife. You probably wouldn't use a knife like this, but me and this knife have bad memories, so I don't mind using it. Because if it breaks, good. I had stitches because of it at Christmas. Look at these stitch holes. Yeah. Right, so then you want to lavish this. Just go over the top like that. But then you have to clean the jar. That goes out to my one special fan, you know who you are. And if you get some on your nose, it's fine too. You just can't eat that, you get to smell it. Savor that flavour. Right, so we've got that on there. The last missing ingredient is honey. You don't often see them doing this, but this adds a special kind of sweetness to it. Don't make it sickly though. And I'm just going to go the opposite way with this. That, yeah, is crunchy nut tart. In the oven, jam tarts. This needs cooking slightly. Yeah, not so much though. Just to get it roasting a little bit, so, and it should already be roasting a little bit, because that jam's warm in the base of the dough. I'm going to leave that up there. I'm going to cook that. I'm going to cook that at about 180. The jam tarts are on 180. Jam tarts are going to take about 15 minutes. Cornflake crunchy nut tarts are going to take about 15 minutes. then the next set of jam tarts is going to take about 15 minutes. I'm going to take a picture and I'll have that as the entry picture, so that I'll start chopping and editing and stuff, because I'm having to switch between cameras at the moment. This isn't even my phone that I'm recording this on, it's somebody else's who lent me it. Obviously they love my videos. Because my phone broke when I was doing the last video. I might add a clip of that at the end of this so you can see how it broke. It's pretty funny. Sideways, it's a sideways angle though, I'm not moving it, so you will have to tilt like this to watch it, which will suck a little bit. But it's worth it because you get to see how I broke my phone. Right, I'm going to tidy up this mess and see you soon. So, you're probably going to get ads on this video. I need a tripod.